What's going on, family? Thank you for joining us once again, man. For all y'all people who be jumping on live, it's that time right now. Hopefully, you were already on your IG and you saw something pop up that said a puff a minute is going live, because that's what we're doing right now. It's time for another Cigars and Conversation with your boys from a puff a minute. I'm only talking to the live folks. I'm gonna do that part again. It's time for another Cigars and Conversation with your boys from a puff a minute. I'm your man, Cigar Mick.
It's Cigar Banker. What's good, people?
Yeah. This is what happened, man. When you start doing these things midweek, man, you be trying to remember and keep all the parts moving and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. But fam, you know what I'm saying? We got another time to sit down, man, chop it up a little bit.
It's been a couple of days since I smoked, actually, which is
that right?
Because I'm usually 2-3 a day. So to have a couple of days go by without a smoke, this is like life to me right now.
Oh, man, get it in, baby. Get it in. And we hope y'all smoking too, man, as you join us for the conversation. Don't forget, you could always jump in, man, especially if you're on the live, man. Put something in the chat group. Jay got it pulled up. I got the iPad, but I ain't looking at it because I couldn't even pick up my mic right a minute ago. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, be sure to chime in at any time, man. We got things going on. But first and foremost, right, this is the show where we focus more on the conversations than the cigars, but we always start with the cigars, right?
Absolutely.
So first and foremost, baby, let's tell them what you're smoking today, and I like the looks of that right there.
Yeah, beautiful smoke. Yeah. This is actually Tatuaje.
Yes.
A Lancero, and anybody that knows Pete, shout out to Tattoo Pete over at Tatuaje. Man, he's a Nicaraguan connoisseur, bro. Like everything he does is Nicaraguan through and through. Really depends on the rolling method, the aging process, or what have you. But this is just a beautiful smoke, man. This Lancero is on point. I was glad to pick this one up the other day and light it up.
Brother, that's what's up, man. You know, I love my Lanceros, brother. Yeah. So even to see you over there smoking that, bro, I'm just like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know what? But I wanted to show some love today to another brand, man. We have been doing a little bit of promotion for them, you know what I'm saying, over the last month or so, but never really, smoked it on here like this and talked about it. So shout out to my man Zohar Reisman, man, from ZR Cigars, man. What I got right now is that Series Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually like an Ecuadorian Connecticut, you know what I'm saying? And then it's got the Dominican binder and wrapper on it. It's a medium body smoke, you know what I'm saying? You pick up a little citrus in here, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I would say medium body to some. It might even be more light to others, you know what I'm saying? Depending on your palate. So I say light to medium, right? But again, just wanted to shout them out today. ZR Cigars, man, to my man Zohar. And that's what's up with that.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a good point, because like my palate is Maduro all day long.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, sure, I'll smoke a Maduro for breakfast.
Right.
And I know some people use that term breakfast cigar and stuff like that, or goes well with coffee and blah, blah. I was like, I like what I like.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm going to smoke what I like.
And that's really what it comes down to, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we say this so much, man. We say it all the time. Everybody's palate is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what might appeal to one cigar smoker may not appeal to another. You know? It's crazy, man. Rushing over here today, I was coming from my eye doctor, right?
Yeah.
This dude never smoked a cigar, right? I was almost late, man, because I'm sitting up there holding class with dude. He's asking so many crazy questions about, well, where's the tobacco grown? Like, what regions are they grown? And this, that, and another thing. How long does it take to go from a seed to a cigar? And all of this. I'm sitting there like, man, you just really need to chime into the podcast once in a while or what have you, man. But yeah, it was kind of cool, bro. But I mean, there's so much, man, about this leaf, man. There's so much about this culture, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just, I just feel proud to be a part of it, you know, the way that we can represent it in our fashion. There's a lot of people out there, man, doing cigars and conversations now.
Tell me about it. Nothing else happened during the pandemic. Everybody started a podcast.
Exactly.
And then now all of a sudden you got all these cats that saying they cigar connoisseurs.
Yeah.
And I would never get on this show and tell you that.
Right.
I would never come on here and be like, I'm an expert in smoking cigars. I know what I know, and that's it. And I don't know everything. Right. I know enough to say I don't know everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So just hear people say that stuff, man, it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, I got the certification, bro, and I don't even say that mess much. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, man, that was like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And everything. I can't tell you what was on that test. You know, so it is what it is, man.
But cigars, just like the rest of the world, is changing so rapidly.
Exactly.
What's going on in the marketplace? What's going on in the the industry.
Yes.
And like I said, the one thing we can say is all the new entrants to the market, right?
Yes.
And we're sitting in an awesome place right now. That
Talk about it, bro.
Right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be remiss if we didn't mention it.
Please mention it.
We down here at Tap and Ash, man, the best lounge, in my opinion, in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
But definitely, man, what happens here at this place, man, you see so many new people coming in that have either never smoked a cigar, smoking their first. Now you get out of towners.
Exactly.
They bringing people from the strip up to Tap and Ash.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing, man. But that's what the Leaf does, right?
That's what it does, man.
Yeah.
It brings us all together, man. And shout out to Melvin and Michelle Runless, man. When we got up in here, bro, like when we talk about this is like a labor of love, you know, a family-owned business, that's a labor of love, man. Like real talk. We come up in here, bro, they cleaning air filters, they vacuuming, they dusting. You know what I'm saying? The owners, y'all, they put in work right now, you know what I'm saying, to keep this place comfortable, right, to keep it lovely, man, for all of us, man, and for all of you, for when you get to Vegas, or if you're already in Vegas, when you get down here to Tap and Nash, the atmosphere is already set. You don't even need to see what's going on behind the scenes. You don't even need to know. Just know that it's all being done for you, right? All right, that's what's up, fam. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about today, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
So, you know, it's funny. So, it's playoff basketball, right?
Yes, it is.
So, we just ended the NCAA tournaments and all that. I think we talked about that on the last show.
Yeah.
Talked about the tournament a little bit. But playoff basketball is always funny to me. So, it's the one time of the year where I feel like they really do play. The players play. I mean, think about Kawhi Leonard, right? Kawhi Leonard played what? Maybe 30 games this season, maybe even less than that.
Exactly.
But he was ready for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, but he
balling.
Yeah.
He balling right now. Yeah. So I'm like, man, it's interesting.
Probably got an advantage on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because he saved his body till the end.
You think about LeBron, 20 seasons, bro. Yeah. 20 seasons. And how many of those seasons have been playoff battles?
Right.
Playoff battles and going into finals and all that kind of stuff. That dude got a lot of miles on him. A lot. He's still looking fresh at times. He gets his rest and things like that. But I think it was the first game of the playoffs. He played like almost the entire game. I think he only sat for like 2 or 3 minutes. So I was like, damn, this dude is out here killing. 38 years old.
It's a phenom for a reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's a different 38 when you start as young as he did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
It's a little bit different and what have you than somebody else who probably got into the league, you know, that played 4 years of college first and all of that type of stuff, right? So, yeah, it's a little different. But still, I mean, he's killing it, bro.
He was able to take care of his body. He had the money.
Exactly.
And he invests, what, $1 million, $2 million a year in just his body and maintenance? Bro, so he going to keep it going. Yeah. The Knicks is in the playoffs.
Yeah, let's talk about the Knicks, bro. Hey, bro, look here, man. We got blown out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But everybody saw that coming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. Like, the first game one, that was a steal. You know what I'm saying? That was robbery, bro. It was like, yo, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Break yourself, fool. That was straight up robbery, bro. So to come out of Cleveland with one game in our pocket, you know what I'm saying? That sets us up for what's coming next. You know, we're going back to the Garden now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put your money on the Knicks. You heard it from Mick. You know what I'm saying? Put your money on the Knicks. We're going back to the Garden now. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be one of those series that's going to be a battle to the end. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 7 games. You know, what happens after this, we'll see. But, I mean, the big thing for me, man, I don't want the series to be what it was last night, man, because my biggest fear coming into this thing was Donovan Mitchell, who should have been a Knick. Let's keep it real. He should have been a Knick. You know what you
going to give up Randall to get him? You would have had to give up Randall and some of the young players to try to make it happen.
I wouldn't give up Randall for him, man, but the JR, what's his name, man? Shoot.
Oh, Barrett?
Barrett, I'd give up Barrett in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I'd give up Barrett in a heartbeat.
You could give up a bunch of stuff, but you don't want to give up Randall. That's what they would have wanted.
No. Randall, I wouldn't give up, man. And again, you know, Brunson, you know, he was a great acquisition. I just would have loved to see the two of them in the backcourt together. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like that would have just been like, it's small. You know what I'm saying? It's small ball, but I mean, those two guys together would be deadly, man.
Y'all been playing small ball for a few years because y'all ain't had a real 7-footer since what, Porzingis probably.
Exactly.
You know, since them days. And he wasn't never, he had what, a couple good seasons and then he started falling off.
He started getting hurt and stuff.
But I was like, shoot, even my Bulls, man. The Bulls come in.
Right.
We in the play-in, right? We gave it away. Lost. We was up by like 5 or 10 and just let them come back in the last 2-3 minutes and just gave it. I said, y'all didn't want to be in the playoffs.
Right.
Y'all did not want to be there. And I was like, I'm so glad we didn't, because we would have played Milwaukee.
Right.
We would have got blasted anyway if you coming in like that with that attitude and you had to play that hard in the play-in.
Yeah.
So
man. I don't know. You think Giannis is back tonight? Speaking of Milwaukee? Yeah.
Nah. They don't know when he coming back.
Yeah, in the beginning they said, it was minor. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, he really hurt.
Yeah, he felt bad.
Yeah,
that was a bad fall he had the other night.
That's crazy, man. But you got to talk about, the Warriors, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about, what's going on up there and all that.
Man.
What's up with it?
Man, Draymond is something else, right? He always a dog, right?
Yeah.
And he even said, like, I listened to him on somebody else's podcast.
He got his own podcast, though.
Yeah, he does. But he was on somebody else's. I want to say it was I Am Athlete, but don't quote me on that. But he was on somebody else's podcast, and he was talking about how, like, when the playoffs start, I'm a dog. And I was like, I want to be a dog on the court. But he's like, he's doing certain things like almost the hack a Shaq kind of stuff. And he's saying he's not getting the calls because he's such an aggressive player.
Right.
So then when they don't see stuff like them pulling and tugging him, then he gets mad, he get upset. But I'm like, he always had that one out of body moment where he just lose it. And it was just like, I think it was talking about a few years ago when he kicked Steven Adams, kicked him in the jewels. Right. So I was like, he had that moment, and then he got ejected from the playoffs against Cleveland. He missed a game that hurt them. Probably would have beat Cleveland again if it hadn't been for that. Right. So it was like that happened, and now here we go with the stomping. Right.
The ejection was fair. You know what I'm saying?
The game?
Yeah, but the suspension, man. I mean, because again, you could see old boy Sabonis grabbed his foot, bro. He was trying to slow him down. You know what I'm saying? So again, I mean, they talking about it was very demonstrative and all of that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, okay, I could see you like kicking him out the game. But if you're gonna suspend him, why you ain't suspending Sabonis, man?
But he got that label on him now, bro. It's almost like I don't want to say, well, even Rodman didn't have as bad as he do. But it was just certain players, right, that just get that reputation.
He fell for the okie doke, bro. Yeah. All of that was planned.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? All of that was game plan.
They said frustrate him.
Yep.
See what happens. We're going to get attacked. At a minimum, we're going to get kicked out the game.
Exactly.
But who would have thought they was going to suspend him for a game, right? Over one play. I mean, the rest of the game, he played pretty clean.
Exactly.
So I'm like, one play, now he's suspended for a game. I was like, y'all overdoing it.
They overdid
y'all doing
it,
too much. But I saw one ref call a tech because somebody whispered something to somebody else. I was like, these refs is out of line, man.
The whole series, like the whole playoffs right now is in the hands of the refs. So again, like if you watch like last week, all of the game ones and stuff, like every game went the opposite way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then if you looked at the sharps, man, which are the professional bettors, or you looked at the way the public was betting, bro, everything went the opposite way, bro.
Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
All the games on Sunday, right, was the home game supposed to be home favorites. I think one of those games was like +7 or -7. All these big favorites, right? I'm like, every one of them teams lost. Every one,
bro.
I was like, shoot, if you'd have bet the other way, you'd have made some nice money.
Exactly.
But who would have thought that, right? Like you said, the Sharps killed everybody on that day, boy.
Exactly. I'm sitting back like, well, the casinos killed everybody.
Well, the casinos got to keep the lights on, right?
Yeah, they killed everybody.
They didn't get me this time, shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't pay my bill.
Nah, I didn't this time, bro. I'm saying I'm gonna wait till we get a little deeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, before I start playing with them a little bit. But yeah,
right.
It's crazy, man. But again, I just feel like, I feel like Draymond got a little bit of a raw deal. They try to say that it's based on his history. But what history got to do with today, bro? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you supposed to be refereeing this game,
right?
It's not a cumulative.
You coming in with expectations?
You grading them on a curve now, like.
Hey, but I don't know. Did you ever watch that documentary on Netflix about the ref that was betting on games?
Yes.
And he had the bookie and all that stuff, right? So when he was betting on the games, old boy was actually telling people like, we knew this player was prone to get fouled in the first quarter, so we would make sure to call all these fouls.
Exactly.
So I was like, they really be having this discussion.
That's what it feels like right now.
But he said it. He gave up the game. He's like, so they having these meetings before the game start, and they come out and they're doing these meetings talking about, Draymond's on the list.
Exactly.
Let's get him quick.
Exactly.
Or check check him, you know, whatever they want to call it, right?
Exactly.
Check him quick before he go into the whole thing of getting technicals and hurting somebody or whatever.
Right,
so it
right.
was just hilarious, man. But I was thinking about when that dude was talking about him with the bookie.
Right, right.
It was like they really had these meetings.
Yeah, they really got it going down, man.
Camera one real quick.
Chase camera one, man. I just see somebody in the back, man, that just walked in, man. I want to bring him on for a second. You know what I'm saying? It's the man himself, man. Former NFL quarterback from Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The man himself, the coach. It's my man Shawn King is in the building. What's up, brother?
Blessings. How you doing, man?
You got it, family. You got it.
I just walked in with y'all critiquing the
This is former NFL quarterback, you know what I'm saying, from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mr. Shawn King. You know, what's good with you, fam?
Man, it's good, man. I see you and Jay out here breaking it down, man.
That's how we do, baby. It's how we do.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let me add this in.
Please.
The athlete always knows the consequences to behaviors.
Okay.
So as you create in that dynamic, you gotta have like a switch that allows you to maintain some sense of fairness with referees.
Right.
You know, I think the NBA's problem is the guys that are eccentric all the time. And I'm talking about your Draymonds, your Lucas, like everything, you know, is a foul. You know, everything is
a foul now.
And you know, this human form we live in, it's imperfect.
Absolutely.
So someone talk to you some kind of way, when someone try to show you up, you don't ever forget that.
True, but King, it's the playoffs though.
Again,
you gotta let them play though.
Have you ever had angst or malice in your heart towards somebody?
I ain't gonna
You want
admit to
that
it.
payback to be on the biggest platform and stage as possible.
Right,
you want them to feel that same pain that they made you feel.
Okay,
and that's what's happening with Draymond.
Got you. Okay.
He shouldn't have been suspended.
No.
It shouldn't have been kicked out. It should have been double technicals, because one action begot the other action, but
it was more than one though.
If both of us go out in speed right now, and you got 3 felonies and I don't been arrested, them traffic stops gonna go drastically different.
Okay, that's fair.
So Draymond has created this reality, fair, unfair. He got to carry that cross.
He got to carry it. I agree with you. But that whole game, bro, he was getting beat down.
And the only reason that I'm being so intentional about how I'm speaking on him is because I want younger athletes to understand that.
Okay, yeah.
When you creating your narrative about who you're gonna be, if you're fortunate enough to make it to big time athletics, whether it be college or pro, you have to be cautious about, you know, your actions or behaviors, because at some point you're gonna need the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And Draymond is never getting the benefit of the doubt.
I love it, man. I love it. See, we got everybody that show up here tapping ass, y'all, that just be putting it down, dropping the knowledge for the young athletes out there. But before I bring my banker boy back, man, I need you to tell that story that you told me when we were smoking in the back, bro.
Which one?
Come on, man.
Because if I was hydrating this,
you was hydrating a little bit, but being with somebody's child, man.
Oh yeah. So
this story had me
all
crying.
my life, I was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Like, I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. Grew up loving the Bucks. So as fate would have it, you know, things fell my way in college. I was pretty decent. Got drafted in the second round by who? Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm a rookie. About mid-season, starting quarterback gets hurt. I get my first start in the National Football League on Monday Night Football. I mean, what else could you ask? Not that you play for your hometown team, but dun 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 dun. Come on, I mean, this is like the biggest platform in sports outside of the actual Super Bowl, and I am fired up. I'm feeling good about myself. I got my uniform and super fly fresh to death as possible. You know, you athletes know I don't look in the mirror for the 5th time. I checked off everything. Socks the right length, towel hanging perfect. You know, I'm like, okay, boom. So I get out on the field. I'm running around. They got this menacing brother, you know, menacing brother to say the least. Dark skin, ugly, bald head. You know, he put the paint on his eyes. He actually wears a gold jacket. His name John Randall.
Yep.
You know, and I'm like, okay, you know, that's not too much. So he just is staring at me. So, you know, you can feel somebody looking at you, but you know you ain't done nothing wrong. So you're like, you know, maybe I'm tripping. You know, so I kind of glance over at him, and I'm like, what? I go to South. What's wrong with your boy? Don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know. So we get into the game, needless to say. I take a little 3-step drop, throw a little quick out to one of my wide receivers, and he hits me. Like, this is in the league where you could take 2 steps and still hit the quarterback. You didn't get no flags. You had to be a grown man back there. And he's on top of me after he hits me. He doesn't get up and chase the ball. He doesn't go try and make the tackle. He looks at me and says, "I'm gonna kill you." And all I could see was that stare from the sideline before the game, and I could tell, like, I don't know if he was serious, but I know he meant what he said. You differentiate between that balance there, and you know, sometimes we under pressure, man. Listen, the funniest things in life come out. I looked at this man. I'm on the back, eyes up, nothing between me, him, and God. Nothing between me and God but him. And I said, "Man, I'm somebody's child." And that was my shining moment as I got indoctrinated into the National Football League. And to his defense, he did not smile at that moment. Yeah. But after the game, he came up to me and said, "Hey, Ruck, gotta be honest, that thing was funny." So, moral of the story: if you're in a contentious situation and you're not sure you can win the one-on-one, man, find a way to laugh your way out of there.
There it is, y'all.
Let me get J Mike this mic.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, Shawn King, y'all.
Thanks for having me, man. Blessings to everybody. May 2023, the rest of it, be everything you desire and more.
That's what I'm talking about, family.
Thanks. Hey, man, I was scared as hell, man. Man, he's serious.
You gotta know you
back then.
Right.
It wasn't idle threats. Like, how you know they can talk that trash? You know, if they touch you, they gonna throw the flag.
Exactly.
You know, if you get hard, you might get kicked out. Like, damn, boy.
Back then, you had to play, baby. You had to play. All right, family. Yeah. Appreciate you. All right, family. We back. So we had a little special guest drop in for us, man. We definitely wanted to recognize him while he was in the building, man. But that's my man. That's Mr. Shawn King, y'all. And that's how we get down here at Tap and Nash. You know what I mean? So yeah, Bank. So where was we going from there, man? So we already talked about the basketball a little bit. Yeah. You know what? Hey, what's up, sis? I wanted to talk a little bit about in a whole nother direction, man.
Yeah.
What do you think is really going on with your boy Jamie Foxx right now?
I don't know. What you mean? I might be out the loop.
You out the loop on that? So yeah. I think it was like last Friday or something, because you know he's doing this new movie, right, with Cameron Diaz, and they down in Atlanta and they shooting and all of that. But then all of a sudden his daughter came out. I want to say it was Friday, and was talking about that he was in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? That he had a medical emergency and whatnot, and he's still hospitalized right now. But they never came out and said what was going on with him.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So yeah.
I don't know that one, bro.
Don't know that one? All right, well, that's something we got to go back and follow up on. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, it's not rare, right, that you have a medical... As a matter of fact, all of his, like, body doubles are shooting all the scenes and stuff like that right now. But it's just crazy that they never actually came out and said, you know, what the cause was, you know, what's going on with him.
Another one of them, what's the name, situations, the boxer who passed away during COVID, right?
Oh, yeah, you talking about Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, when he passed away, it was like a similar situation, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about, he had cancer, then it was this, and it was that. It was like 5 different stories that came out. Eventually, they said he passed, and I can't believe it was another boxer that was a friend of his that said he was in the hospital, and he knew what happened. So I was like, hopefully it ain't another one of them kind of situations.
Right. It was Hitman Hearns who came out afterwards and said that. Yeah, exactly. Tommy Hearns, man. So, so that's something that we need to follow up on. And what have you, man? You know,
you know they say DeMar Hamlin's supposed to be coming back, right?
Did they?
The brother that fell out on the field, right? They didn't clear them for all football activities.
Have they?
So I don't know, man. So they heard the conspiracy theory that it's a body double.
He done been cloned about 3 times. You know what I'm saying? He done there's so many conspiracy theories out there on that brother right now, man.
Bro, he died on the field.
Absolutely,
he died on the field.
Yeah,
and if it wasn't for all that medical staff and the people on the team and on the sideline, he died on the field.
Right.
And then it was like several stories that came out right after that. Other players or other sports that went through the same thing. That soccer player that fell out. Matter of fact, here locally there was a young girl playing high school flag football.
Exactly.
And was celebrating after a touchdown. She fell out and had cardiac arrest on the field. So I was like, man, I don't know. They said he a double or something, bro. I don't know.
Man, it's like I remember watching that game. Right. It was, matter of fact, I was watching it because honestly, my fantasy league depending on that game.
Right. We all was.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of us was that was in the championship or the playoff.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm watching that game, man. But when he fell out like that, I remember like watching it, and like they're doing CPR and stuff like that on the field, bro. And you know, I ain't no medical, no medical personnel, nothing like that. But I got military training, right? So I'm like, they doing CPR like that. That brother heart stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, his heart stopped.
Yeah.
And then it went on for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, if his heart stopped that long and they still doing CPR, you know what I'm saying? He already crossed the threshold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to bring him back. So I mean, thank God that they was able to bring him back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that it is what it is. But yeah, if I'm him, do I even want to go back out on the field? That's the question I got.
But you get all that same storyline, right? About these kids who taking care of their whole family. They taking care of the neighborhood. And he might be that kid where he
But
I
he
thought
good now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like all of America's behind him. You know, they donating to the charity, to his nonprofit organization and this, that, and other thing. Do he really need to get back out on that field?
And I felt bad for him because that was actually his first like real opportunity to like be on the field. I think that was only his second game he had started. Yeah. Since he had been with Buffalo. Right. So I'm like, shoot, you just now getting like some real notoriety in the backfield, and then that happens.
Yeah. To me, man, that's that's playing with fate. As far as I'm concerned, right? Like you've been spared already. Yeah. So, like, why would you go back at it? So, but
you gotta know when it's time to give it up.
That's just me, bro. I mean, he a grown man. He can make his own decisions and stuff like that. But there's something that and again, all of the conspiracy theories around, the jabs, you know what I'm saying, and all of that type of stuff. A lot of people said that had a lot to do with all of these athletes around the world, and stuff like that, which brings another thing to mind, man. When we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, presidential candidates. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Robert F. Kennedy's son just threw his name in the hat.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see that? And he is right now renowned for being a vaccine not advocate, bro. He's like the opposite of it. Opponent. He know what I'm saying? Opponent. But it started with the childhood vaccines, I think.
Correct.
For him, right? Yeah. So
he was one of the ones didn't even want to require kids to have vaccinations to go to school. Not even the COVID vaccine. But he talking about now polio, smallpox, all them regular shots that you get just to go to school. Exactly. He was against that. And
he said that it brings on the what is the disease the kids get?
Autism.
Bro? Autism, yeah.
They're saying it's leading to autism, ADHD, these different symptoms. Right. But I've seen kids who are not vaccinated that are on the spectrum. Okay. I've seen both. Right, so I was like, shouts out to Brittany Gray. She has an education in early childhood education. Got you. And her second degree is in a kid with disabilities, right? Right. So she studied this stuff, and we was having this discussion one time because she was working with the kids at the school, and you would see these kids on the spectrum, and it was both, bro. It was some that had been vaccinated and some that hadn't. Okay. The regular childhood vaccine. Right, yeah. The COVID thing is a whole nother story. I think we'd been through down that road. But just from the regular vaccination, they was talking about all the things that happen, but they're like you said, some of those vaccines because they're viruses, right? So a virus is going to manipulate your DNA, your molecular makeup. Right. So any of those vaccinations could lead to who knows what. Right. Who knows what they could lead to? But I ain't no doctor. Yeah. But Mr. Kennedy, he ain't no doctor either. Right. To be making all these claims, but who knows? Yeah. One Monday, I say one day maybe we'll find out, but we don't know right now. Got you. Yeah. I get tongue tied.
One day we'll know. You know what I'm saying? But today ain't that.
Out, cause I'm just like shoot, because I'm thinking the other one is DeSantis, right? Yeah. So women's rights is a big deal right now. He just came out talking about women have to prove that they were raped to have an abortion. Right. I'm like, man, these dudes are getting crazy. They crazy, here, bro. They don't want us to have no right. Right. They're gonna take every little right and freedom we have away at some point. Yeah. They just whittling them down.
That's it.
One by one.
It's crazy, bro. I heard a female say the other day, man, that if women ruled the world instead of men, we wouldn't have all of these like tall skyscraper buildings that's shaped like penises. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It said every building will be a dome. Every building will be a dome, bro.
Don't get me started on that, bro, because we were just talking about the whole LGBTQ community, right? And you have now the Bud Light situation, right? Yeah. So they had the guy, the transgender dude, that's representing all of women for Bud Light, and not just as a transgender man, but as a transgender woman, but represent all of womanhood. Somebody told me he on a pack of Tampax and shit now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I ain't hip.
And I said he. Excuse me. Wrong pronoun.
Yeah, you gotta get your pronouns right these days, bro.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They throw you in pronoun jail, bro. You gotta get them right these days.
I just call people by their name now because I ain't gonna get to that day.
I call everybody what's up.
I don't never understand the they them, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll never understand that part.
This is how you stay safe, bro. What's good, family? That's how you stay safe.
I'm
That's
trying
the
to
safe
stay
zone.
out the way, bro. I can't call it, man.
Yeah.
So,
but you shouted out Brittany Gray, man. So I hope the camera's still rolling. I got to get a shout out to Miss Dawn Angela Mickens, man. Because this past week we celebrated 7 years in our business.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, in the wedding industry with Timeless Connection. And, that was something that she birthed, 7 years ago. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, there's a story in that, right? There's a lesson in that, right? Mm-hmm. How you never let somebody steal your dreams, because it was a passion for her. Yeah. But when she started this business, bro, this sounds crazy, right? But she didn't tell anybody, not even me, what she was about to do until after she went out, got all her licensing and credential and all of that, and then she came home, laid everything out on the table and said, this is what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why she didn't tell nobody is because she didn't want anyone to talk her out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been 7 years, man. It's been ups, it's been down. The business is finally getting to that place, man, where it's actually becoming, a business, right? Yeah. And not just something that's being done off the side of the desk. And the future looks bright as well, man. So I definitely want to shout her out, man, because she definitely did that. And now, you know what I'm saying, I'm on board with her full time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I work for my wife, and don't act like you don't either. We all do, whether you know it or not, man. Exactly. But it's a good deal, bro.
That's what's up, man. Because that's a big accomplishment. It's hard, man. Yeah. I've owned several companies in my lifetime, and some successes, some failures. But definitely to be in the trenches for 7 years. Yeah. And like I said, working on your dream without the wins, without the appreciation, without the notoriety, that's hard to do. Exactly. Because it don't happen often. I've seen people have a lot of quick wins and they don't respect it. Right. So when you go through it that way, you respect it more.
Yeah. It's a passion thing, bro. Like I said, she didn't do this for money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She did it because it was her passion. And she felt like this is what she was supposed to be doing in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to, bro. And then, like I said, a lot of times if you follow your passion, right, the money will follow. Yeah, right. Absolutely. So we still following our passion right here at the Puff Video.
Yeah. We giving y'all content for free. You know
for free. You know what I'm saying? For free. Now throw the cash up at the bottom of the screen. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
Donations
is.
Donations are needed.
Exactly.
But no, definitely we appreciate it, man. I know it's a labor of love for us, man. I think we were talking about it last time. It's been like 7 years we've been at it now?
Damn near, exactly.
Something like that?
Yeah. Whew. Exactly. Like we was focusing on Puff a Minute when she was focusing on Timeless Connection. You know what I mean? So
she helped us with the idea for Puff a Minute.
Exactly.
Her and her late sister, man, gave us the idea one day chilling in the backyard. So.
Yeah. Y'all need to record this.
Yeah, exactly.
So word up, bro. Well, go ahead and take us out, bro, because I think we getting tight, right?
Yeah. So definitely, man, appreciate what y'all do. Keep doing what y'all doing on Instagram, showing us the love, giving us the likes. Please comment, share, interact with us. Take that love over to YouTube. Like we keep telling y'all, the warehouse is on YouTube where you can go to the full library, all the content we've been putting out. Definitely make sure to catch us on the podcast as well. Put us in the ears while you're in the gym, while you're in the car. You can listen to us as well.
There it is, y'all. So once again, man, we back. Like I told y'all, you got to stay plugged in because you don't know. We might pop up on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. You just don't know. So stay plugged in at all times, man. For the YouTubers, man, make sure that y'all, click that bell like he just said, because when we put up a new episode, it's going to notify you. New episode available. You know what I mean? So until next time, man, we're going to take y'all out of here, y'all. I'm your man, Cigar Mick.
Cigar Banker.
It's another Cigars and Conversation with your boys from A Puff a Minute. And we'll see you when we see you. Peace.